Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to another buzzing walkabout. And today I'm down, if you look on the map now, you'll see I'm right by the Bamboo Beach Club. Now, if you haven't been to the Bamboo Beach Club and you do get yourself out here, trust me, this is a place to go to, and I'll spin the camera around in a minute and just show you where I'm on about. It's a very, very popular place, and lots of girls come down here. It's just a really, really cool vibe. It's a really good place. So if you haven't been to the Bamboo Beach Club, then come down when you can and have a look. And there's some really impressive condominiums here, some fantastic hotels. Maybe this is an area that you've not been to before. In a taxi, you're talking like from the city centre to here, 100 baht tops. And it really, really is, as you're going to see, a fantastic area to come and relax and enjoy some time. So today, you know, I always try and be upbeat, I always try and be positive, I try and like put the best of things together. But I've got to be honest with you, right now, as you know, with the recent announcements that we've just had, things are looking a little bit tired, a bit jaded, and you know, there's a lot of unrest amongst everywhere, not just here on Buzzing, but you know, around the city, around all the other YouTubers, etc. You know, you guys back home, I know there's a lot of sadness really, because it does seem to be that unfortunately we are finding it very hard to actually get any progress. So I get about 10 emails a day saying, Trev, what's the word on the ground? You know, what's the feeling? What's it like? What are my thoughts, etc., etc. So I thought, well, what we'll do is let's make the best of this situation. I'm going to show you a beautiful area, beautiful beach, and at the same time, we can have a chat about things that, you know, where are we with the situation? What will be the future? You know, I don't know. I'm a nobody. I absolutely know nothing. But what I can see and what I think is going to happen, we can share. And you know, as I've always said, guys, drop your comments below. It's fantastic, the community we have here and all the interaction. It's brilliant. And if you haven't, get onto our Discord group. I know I go on and on and on about it, but trust me, I promise you, once things resume to normal, which obviously now we're looking at the early part of next year, when they do resume to normal, if you are on Discord, I promise you 100% you'll be glad you joined, because there's going to be a lot of information on there. So all right, so I'm going to put my mask on and my hat and everything, and then we're going to head off. And I'm just going to show you the first part, which is the Bamboo Beach here, which it really is spectacular. If you haven't been here, guys, you missed out. All right, let's go. So there you are. You're looking over there. You can see the Bamboo Beach Club right in front of us. And that huge condominium behind there, that's the Siam Penthouse condominium. I think it's number 3. And really, really impressive. But look at the view. Let me just, I'm not going to go all the way over there because it's not really worth it. But look at this. It really is beautiful. And that's their view out there. And in the far, far distance, I don't think you can see it, but in the far distance, there's all the tankers heading over to Lam Chabang. And I will actually go down there one day and get amongst all those, because they are just like massive, huge, huge tankers. But as you can see here, this is where we are. All right, so let's head off. I want to show you this. Now, this is the bit I'm looking forward to. Let's just walk through here. Now, on the left in a second, I'll show you, is the Silver Beach condominium. And that's at the end of Soi 16. So if you're not sure, what's that camera doing? Hang on 1 second. Come down to me. There you go. If you're not sure where we are, we're at Soi 16. And if you look on the map, you'll see. But look at this. Look at this here. You know, we've got quite a few hidden gems that people are not aware of. And there you go, look at that. Now, even for the die-hard, Pattaya is just a, well, I won't say the word, but you know what the people call it. But come on, that's not bad, is it? Really? You know, there's the guys out there, they're doing their fishing, etc. It really is lovely. And over there in the far, far distance, that's Koh Larn. Another place. I did a video of that not so long back. Definitely worth visiting. And let me see. We'll walk along a little bit, and I'll try and get a better view of the condo here, the Silver Beach, because it really is nice. And as you can see here, look right in front of me. See those hotels and condos in the far distance there? I say far. It's about, I don't know, a couple of 100 meters, I guess. But they're stunning. Some beautiful, beautiful place. Pullman G. You know, there's some really, really good Centara, some really, really good hotels here. So if you are looking for a place that's not a million miles away from the city centre and offers this kind of view, well, then you know where to come. Really is good. So What's the future, guys? What do you think's happening? It's a bit of a mess, isn't it, to be fair? And what I'm going to do is, rather than you hearing me feet squishing on this sand, and be careful if you do come here, wear shoes. There's a lot of shells here and you can easily cut your feet, so be very aware about that. You can see, let me show you. Oh, here you go. Let's get that one up there. All right, okay, there you go, up there. See there? Look at that. Some really nice condos and very, very nice hotels here. So let me get down. Yeah, be careful. Look, if I show you the sand here, there's a lot of shells that will cut your feet, so be very careful, guys. Although it's nice, a bit further out it goes into sand, but here it's a bit dodgy. All right, so yeah, so it's a mess, isn't it, really, to be honest? But people keep saying to me, that's it, it's the end, we're done, we're dusted, it's all over. And I'm going to disagree. Yes, right now it's a mess, absolutely. And yes, the future does look like there's going to be huge amounts of changes. And I agree, you know, I agree. But if they were going to demolish all of the areas, the entertainment areas, well, then we got a problem. But they're not, are they? You know, the soy made in Thailand, is that the end of the world that they've decided to knock it down? I mean, I appreciate for the business owners it's awful, but the girls and the staff will go and find other work, alternative work. That's not an issue. So let me just get down here. I want to talk about things that are changing and where I see things here in Pattaya. Like I said, guys, you know, hey, I'm not an expert by any means. You know, I've lived here a few years, etc., blah, blah, blah. But I'm not in a position to say to you what the future is. But here's some things to think about. So it appears that the nightlife here is under pressure. And that is quite obvious and very, very evident when you look at things like made in Thailand, you look at things like down in Walking Street, and of course, the recent announcement that there is no alcohol, bars are not allowed to open to sell alcohol until the 15th, I believe, of January next year. And you know, that is a huge blow, there's no doubt about that. But they're not saying forever. And you know, I know there's a lot of unrest at the moment, particularly where they've just had this music festival and there's literally hundreds and hundreds of people gathering, and you know, side by side. I appreciate there's no alcohol involved. Well, they say there's no alcohol involved, but you know, it's very challenging. What do you cab? It's very challenging when you see, like, the left hand is no alcohol, no bars open, and then the right hand is saying, but we can hold a party with hundreds and hundreds of people. So it's hard, isn't it? You know, it's difficult, and I feel for the businesses. But I think a lot of the businesses will relocate. I think in time, I think that the Soy Bacau area, the LK Metro area, Tree Town, Soy Pothole, or, you know, all that area, Soy Boomerang, Soy Honey, Soy Diana, I think these areas will become the zone. And I do see that things will change here. If you looked at the video I did the other day when I went down to Banampur, I mean, honestly, who would have ever thought Banampur? Look at this, lovely here, look. That's nice, isn't it? Sit there on your front, on your veranda. And as I say, there's those condos there, look at them. But yeah, I mean, Banampur, I don't know if you watched that video, but that used to be a fantastic spot. You know, you'd get up there, 10 minutes up the road, and it would be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You could sit down there, have your food, enjoy the peace and quiet. And they've ultimately, what looks like, destroyed it. Now, some of the people were commenting saying maybe it's going to be a marina for the ships to come in, like the cruise ships. But I mean, I would probably question that and say, well, would it not make sense to use Ocean Marina, a purpose-built, already set up area that could welcome in the ships of that size? I don't know. Maybe the seabed's too shallow. I'm not really sure on that side of things. So what's the logic in Banampur? People are saying, well, all the high-earning Thais that are from Bangkok, etc., will start to come down here. And yeah, they will. That's not an issue. But are they coming down here now because Bangkok's under pressure? Or are they coming down here now because we're changing stuff? But even as a hardcore visitor, that someone's been coming here years and years like yourselves, at the end of the day, even if they do move Walking Street, even if they do like Soy Made in Thailand and some of these other small beer bar complexes end up going, would you still come? I think you would, because they're not closing everything down, they're just moving it. So would you still not come here? Would you still go through the hoops to get here? I mean, and let's be honest, that's got to change, isn't it? I mean, unbelievable. I've seen some of the paperwork and some of the things that they're making you guys do, and this whole PCR test, you know, false positives and all the rest of it. I mean, I have to say that would worry me immensely, because the last thing you do want to do is come over here and get nailed with one of them. You know, oh yeah, sorry, it's a positive, and you've got to stay in a hotel for 14 days at your own expense. You're feeling lucky. We've got a lot of fishing places here, and for those of you that are into fishing, I have to say, unashamedly, I'm useless at fishing. And but if you are into fishing, there are lots of fishing boat trips. There's a lot of fishing parks. We do have a lot there here geared up for that, if that's your thing. And over here you see Arom. This is Arom Wongamat. And if you look back, this is where I've just come from. And it is really, really nice. Good for swimming. There's no traditional Pattaya waste pipes pumping into the sea, although this one here, I believe that one goes out really, really far. I believe. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. Could be talking rubbish. And if you want to ride a motorbike, incidentally, look here. This is the area to come to, and you see where that person's taking a photo or doing a video. The motorbike there. Park your motorbike there. You can park there. It's completely free, no charge, and you're right in the centre. So we'll have a wander up a little bit further. So yeah, I guess the question has to be, will you come back in the early part of next year? Will you come back this year and say, to hell with it, I'm going to come here? You know, it's weird because, like, I went back home to Korat the other week, and it was just like a time warp. They made it very, very difficult for me to go home, and there was a lot of issues about did I have the double vaccination and all these kind of issues, etc., etc., which, you know, I understand. That's not an issue. So I went through all of that, got my double vaccinations, etc., etc., and of course, when I got back home, it was quite weird because it was like a time warp, in the sense that I could sit in a restaurant and drink alcohol, no problems whatsoever. And in fact, one of the restaurants I went to, there was 2 policemen sat on the table next to us. So, you know, hello. So, you know, it's kind of like, well, you know what it's like, coffees. But here, it's a coffee. You've got to have a special coffee. But yet, when I was back home in Korat, there was no issues. Same in Phuket, same in Bangkok. So it's kind of weird, unless I'm a complete idiot, which is highly likely. But it's kind of weird why we can't open restaurants here and allow alcohol. I'm not sure. What do you think, guys? And incidentally, if you're not sure what these areas are here, and forgive me if I'm teaching you to suck eggs, but these are the safe swimming zones. And what they do is they put these here just so that if you are wanting to go into the ocean and swim, you're not going to get T-boned by someone on a jet ski. And do you know what? I've just mentioned the word jet skis. I haven't seen jet skis around for ages. Even for the Thai people that come down here, you know, I've not seen any of them use it, which is quite strange. And if you're not aware of the jet ski situation, I'll tell you now, be very, very careful using the jet skis. They are subject to a lot of scams, a lot of claims that you've damaged the underneath, etc., etc. So if you do want to go out and have some fun, video the jet ski before you go on it, take plenty of photos, get a friend to help you and tilt it so you can lift it almost out the side of the water so you can see underneath. You know, really, really give it a fine-tooth look over, because trust me, if you don't, it could well and truly come back to bite you. So be very, very aware of using the jet skis here. In areas like this now, like over here in Wongamat, which is Nightlife, or you go over the Jomtien area, they tend to be a lot better. And if you go over to the island, if you go to Koh Larn, which is over there, see that in the far distance, if you go over to Koh Larn, very, very good, not really have any issues. But if you utilize the jet skis on the Pattaya main beach, along Beach Road, be very, very careful. Sad, but true. It's exactly how it is. So, where do I see Pattaya? I think by June, July next year, I think things will be open. I'm not going to say back to normal. I think things will be open. I think we have to address this and learn to live with it rather than trying to prevent it and you know, reduce it down to zero, because that's just not going to happen. You know, when you look at other countries around the world, they're embracing it, they're dealing with it. We've got to do the same. There's no other way. We've got to do the same. So I think by mid part of next year, things will all be open. I think there are a lot of changes to come. I think there will be a much more higher influx of Chinese tourists, etc. They seem to be developing big, huge condominiums, etc. And they're not going to do that, are they, without any foresight of what to expect. I mean, it's 7 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing this video. Look there, look. You know, there's people here. There's people here. There's the beach club. Yeah, and that's not cheap. You know, they're not cheap, these places. So, you know, there's an element of weekend tourism here, etc., etc. So I think the changes will happen. I think Walking Street will go under a change. I think some of these small beer bar complexes will be removed. I think over time more and more will disappear, and I can see that happening. Oh, sorry, it's moving my finger out of the way. I can see that happening, but that's an elegant pose, isn't it? Hey, fair play to her. And smile for the TikTok camera. Fair play, fair play. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, and also, yeah, look over there, look, it's nice. That is good there. Lovely, the Pullman G, I believe it's called. Oh, she nearly fell in. There's a lady over there doing a selfie, she just nearly fell in. You gotta love all these things. Oh, look. Steady now. Although would probably get a viral clip, wouldn't you? She falls in trying to do a TikTok or whatever it is they use, Instagram. So yeah, sorry, diversifying again. See, this is why I do these walkabouts, and I try and have a theme and a topic. And I think, oh God, I've just strayed again. But yeah, I think June, July, things will all be open. I think Walking Street will undergo some changes. I'm not quite sure what, but I think some changes, definitely. I've heard people like Skyfall are up for rent and for sale. I've heard iBar is looking at bringing out a new club inside the city centre, away from Walking Street. So there's an indication. You can see all the developments in LK Metro. You can see how much work has been done. There's a lot of new clubs there. Tree Town, I think, will be a busy area. And I think for those of you that come here for the entertainment aspect, I think you'll be fine. I really do. I think you'll be fine. I think you'll come here and you'll just enjoy yourself. It just means that it won't be spread out. It'll be more compact. And if anything, I think that will suit everybody's needs, because for those that are in the watchful eye, they can say, well, no, it's nice and clean. We don't have any go-go bars. They're not here. They're out the way. And those that want to party can go over to LK and all that area and crack on. I did one of my quizzes the other day on a live stream, and one of the places I spoke about was this place, the Glass House. Again, really, really nice place. 100% worth a visit. Look at that. And it is really nice. I mean, look up there, see there? Some big old condos, massive. And I mentioned the other day, and this is what I like about, I make stupid comments. I said, you know, what's people's thoughts on staying up really high in a condo? Does it worry you? And somebody wrote back to me and said, well, if it's worrying, why are they the most expensive? And why are they all sought after apartments? And I thought, yeah, I'll just climb back under my hole and get myself in there and shut the door, I think. So yeah, kind of answered the question. And I guess really, if you're into the views, I mean, being up at the top of those condos I just showed you, looking out there, wow, what a view. What a view. So I suppose the question has to be as well, is how many of you guys watching this have been over to Wongamat and over to Naklua? Because Naklua as an actual area is relatively busy, to be fair. They've got a lot of bars here, a lot of restaurants. As you've seen, some very, very nice condominiums and hotels. So what's your thoughts, guys? You know, do you come over to Naklua? If you haven't, generally speaking, I think you should do. And remember, I spoke at the very beginning about the Bamboo Beach Club. 100%, 100%. Get yourself in there. It really is cool. Really, really nice place. And if you're looking to find company to show you around the city, trust me, there's a lot of companies available there to help you. And yes, you can read into that as you wish. There's some more places. Look at these. Lovely. So I'm going to finish just up here by the Centara. And this is a really, really nice place. I've stayed there once. You can get rooms in there. I think they range from 3,000-4,000 baht for a reasonable room up to 30,000 baht for a night. But it is really nice. They've got an incredible pool. It's like a mini pool complex, to be fair. And what I'll do is I'll see if I can get in there and do an interview review for you and see what they say. They're a bit, I wouldn't know, they're not funny, that's unfair. But they're a little bit reserved in allowing people to go in and market it, well not market it, but showcase it and etc, etc. And you can see right in front of us now, the sunbeds. Those sunbeds are for the Centara residents. But as I say, it's a lovely, lovely hotel. I don't know if any of you guys stayed there. If you have, you know, please drop a comment. How did you find your stay there? The Centara Grand really is beautiful. And we'll walk up to just get you a quick view of it, and then we'll wrap up. All right, so question then. What do you think the future holds for Pattaya? What do you think the future holds for the entertainment zones and the bars and the nightclubs? Will you come back? And when will you come back? All right, so I'm not going to go any further. That's the Centara there. And people walking through, that's going now. I'm not going to go over there any further. And further up there, I did a video a while back. If you go past that tree, you can see there, the big tree and the rocks, that takes you down into Pattaya. And this is where we've walked. If I look back, that's where we've walked. All the way from that far end condo, you can see that tree. We walked up past that tree and all the way along the beach to here. Okay, so there you go then, guys. That's the questions for you. As I say, you know, please drop your comments below. That's what I love about this channel. It's fantastic. Let me spin the camera around, take your mask and it off. All right, guys. So there we go. Let's finish with the sea behind me. You see that? Yeah. All right. So there you go, guys. That's it for me today. Thank you very much for watching, and please drop your comments below. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on it and what you think, etc., etc. Much appreciated. And let's see what people say. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Please hit the subscribe button. And if you haven't already, join our Discord group. I know I'm like a broken record now, just keeps telling you, but I do it for a reason, guys, because honest to God, the Discord group will and is becoming really, really powerful. So have a look on there. And if you haven't already, have a look at our members area. There's more and more members joining each and every day. I think membership's like 89 pence a month. And send me through your digital ID card, your digital photo, and I will send you your digital ID card. And when things do resume normality, then there's lots of bars and restaurants and stuff that are going to offer you discounts, etc., etc., and free drinks, and so on and so on. All right, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.